Hello everyone, I am Dr. Arvind Nandikishore. Welcome back to Finance with AB. Today we have come in front of you with something very interesting to analyze Nifty for possibly the upcoming few weeks or possibly throughout the year. We are going to analyze Nifty using the technicals as well as the fundamentals. We will also include geopolitics and the scenarios happening around us. So without further introduction, let's go right into the technical analysis. So here is Nifty in the daily time frame. So for the past, as you can see from September, it has taken a hit and now on the upward rally. The bottommost point where Trump announced his tariff, all those things happening. And what is something very interesting here is, if I enable the drawings, Nifty has been trading in this tight range. If I zoom it, okay, Nifty has been trading in this tight range of around close to 700 to 800 points, and Nifty trading in this tight range consolidation for these many trading days is not something very common. Now there is a thumb rule: when the consolidation is stronger or longer, the upcoming move could be stronger. So it could either be on the upside or the downside. That's a different issue. Now Nifty has closed last day on a high at around 25,112. Now this is the intraday chart of Nifty for the past day. Nifty started at somewhere around 24,800, close to there, and it went all the way up to 25,112, close there. So Nifty closing at almost on very near to the day's high, and it was showing an upward trend, consolidation, and towards the end it showed positivity again, and that's how it closed. Now this is not the first time in this zone that Nifty is closing somewhere there. This has happened here. This has happened here also. Okay, so multiple times this is also a high point at around 25,200. But now what is interesting, which happened on Friday, is that India VIX. So this is the volatility index of India. I hope you know that. So India VIX is a measure of how uncertain the market is. So market does not like something called uncertainty. So what market wants is certainty. If you go and look at the Nifty chart of COVID times, the lowest point market came down to is the day when our Prime Minister announced that there is going to be a lockdown. Interesting, right? So market needs certainty. So if you look at India VIX, it has closed at around 13.67, which is among the lowest points of the last, let's say, 1.5 or 2 months. Among the lowest points. Now what does this mean? So uncertainty coming down, that market is becoming more and more certain, and on the intraday chart it is giving a good rally. So market is going up with possibly more certainty. I hope I make sense, right? So market going up with more certainty. And if you also look at the weekly chart, so this is the weekly chart of Nifty, right? So this is also trying to engulf. See this, the weekly candle has closed at almost at the days at the week's high, and this is trying to engulf the previous candle. Obviously, of course, I know that this has not crossed the previous high, but still. Now another important point: if you cross the 25,200 range, and if it is breaking above, technically speaking, where is the next resistance? Yes, so if I draw a horizontal line here, okay, so this is the point where it is going to next possibly stop at around 26,300, which is the highest all-time high of Nifty, and there is no considerable resistance between this range. So if you look at the OI data, obviously there is something at 25,500 as well as 26,000 definitely, but technically speaking on the charts there is no much resistance in this zone. So it was a steep rally until then. So longer the consolidation, VIX coming down, and Nifty closing at almost at the day's high, everything technically looks good now. Of course, I know this is not out of the range yet, but let's see what happens. So that is for the technicals. Now let's go into the fundamental analysis, or let's include more of the geopolitics as well as what fundamentally Nifty is all about right now. Now let's try to analyze Nifty using some fundamentals. So the GDP numbers of India has come at around 7.4%, which is well exceeding the 6.7% which was expected. So GDP numbers going up better than expected, good. Now the inflation data of the past month has come at around 3.17, and it is reported that in May it is around 2.86. So the RBI always targets an inflation rate in the range of 4 to 6 or minimum. Okay, so 4 could be the minimum, and it is even better. So inflation data getting better, and rate cuts by RBI 50 basis points from 6 to 5.5. A 50 basis point cut by RBI, which enhances people's capability, or let's say people get more loans now at lesser interest rates. Okay, so that brings in more money into the economy. Very good. And next is the Iran-Israel war. So this is geopolitics, and of course we are no one to comment on what is right or what is wrong and what is possibly going to happen. No, that is definitely up to them. But how is Iran-Israel war affecting India? If you look at the charts of the past, let's say past 1 week, where this issue has been at its peak, India has not reacted extremely bad to that. One possible reason is, now if you look at Iran-Israel, somewhere at the Middle East, and the entire world is focused on crude oil, basically, right? Oil is the main commodity there. So is India importing something considerably from them? So we predominantly import oil from Russia and not from the Middle East. Russia, then Saudi Arabia, and I think then possibly Venezuela as well. Then what is the catch here? The main point here is, we do not import oil from Iran at all. Of course, Iran is a huge reservoir of oil, but due to sanctions from the US, we are not importing any oil from Iran, which almost takes us out of the equation from the Iran-Israel conflict in terms of obviously the economics, right? So in terms of fundamentals, we are not at the worst scenario, even including the Iran-Israel geopolitics which is happening right now. So this essentially means that we are not in the most dangerous territory. So now to conclude, the technicals seem to be looking good. The fundamentals are currently of no issues for us, and Nifty is almost getting closer to the swing high of around 25,200. Please let us know what do you think of this analysis, as well as what do you think of Nifty in the upcoming weeks. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.